Yeah, we breaking boundaries, making waves. Laurentian crypto bank got that cash to save. Forget the Shark Tank, we're taking that flight. With gas in hand, we're ready and bright. Let's flex and show the world our game. Cryptos of the future, we're leading the way. With confidence, Irene ain't here to play. Laurentian lanes, clear skies overhead. On top of the world, we'll never backtrack.
A hybrid exchange, it's our climb. Global domination, we forecast to shine. No more holding back, we stacking that wealth. In this crypto realm, we finding our health. We rise up, we hustle, never give in. Crypto's us the future, we're leading the way. With confidence, Irene ain't here to play. Laurentian reigns, clear skies on top of the world, we'll never betray. So let's make it known, it's our time to run. We takes, we let, yeah, we just begun.
They crossed the line. Took myself for drugs, thought they'd be just fine. Rob's getting out and it's game on blast. He'll make him pay, yeah, the die's been cast. Justice served cold, ain't no way to flee. When the law's on your back, you best believe. Going straight to hell, can't escape the heat. Rob's a force of nature, they'll feel the defeat.
Hey Daniel, how could you get the tea down and the honey and the milk?
Sweat on their brow, building ethics strong, they'll understand somehow. No more running, no more games to play. Karma's in line and it's building today. Going straight to hell, can't escape the heat. Rob's a force of nature, they'll feel the defeat.
The honey's on top of you. Oh, yeah.
Turn actions to lessons, the real truth ignite. In the end, it's hard work that's gonna feel right. So let them run, let them sweat and toil. From the ashes of lies, true grit will foil.
Yeah. Brendan and Chantal, yeah, they crossed the line. Took my stuff for drugs, thought they'd be just fine. Rob's getting out and it's game on blast. He'll make them pay, yeah, the die's been cast. Justice served cold, ain't no way to flee. When the law's on your back, you best believe. Going straight to hell, can't escape the heat. Rob's a force of nature, they'll feel the defeat. Turn actions to lessons, the real truth ignite. In the end it's hard work that's gonna feel right. David's got a plan and it's hard work grind, making them earn it, shifting their mind. Lawnmowers roaring, sweat on the brow, building ethics strong, they'll understand somehow. No more running, no more games to play. Karma's in line and it's billing the day. Going straight to hell, can't escape the heat. Rob's a force of nature, they'll feel the defeat. Turn actions to lessons, the real truth ignite. In the end it's hard work that's Yeah, we breaking boundaries, making waves. Laurentian crypto bank, got that cash to save. Forget the Shark Tank, we're taking that flight. With gas in hand, we're ready and bright. Let's flex and show the world our game. Crypto's the future, we're leading the way. With confidence, we ain't here to play. Never backtrack. To one by hybrid exchange, it's our climb. Global domination, we forecast to shine. No more holding back, we stacking that wealth. In this crypto realm, we finding our health. We rise up, we hustle, never give in. Crypto's the future, we're leading the way. With confidence, we ain't here to play. Laurentian reigns, clear skies overhead. On top of the world, we'll never betray. So let's make it known, it's our time to run. We tanks, we let, yeah, we just begun.
Yeah, it's hard to get over them.
Brendan and Chantal, yeah, they crossed the line. Took myself for drugs, thought they'd be just fine. Rob's getting out and it's game on blast. He'll make them pay, yeah, the die's been cast. Justice served cold, ain't no way to flee. When the law's on your back, you best believe. Going straight to hell, can't escape the heat. Rob's a force of nature, they'll feel the defeat. Turn actions to lessons, the real truth ignite. In the end it's hard work that's gonna feel right. David's got a plan
Daniel, where's the milk?
Brendan and Chantal, yeah, they crossed the line. Took my stuff for drugs, thought they'd be just fine. Rob's getting out and it's game on blast. He'll make them pay, yeah, the die's been cast. Justice served cold, ain't no way to flee. When the law's on your back, you best believe. Going straight to hell, can't escape the heat. Rob's a force of nature, they'll feel the defeat. Turn actions to lessons, the real truth ignite. In the end, it's hard work that's gonna feel right. David's got a plan in his hard work grind, making them earn it, shifting their mind. Lawnmowers roaring, sweat on the brow, building ethics strong to understand somehow. No more running, no more games to play. Karma's in line and it's billing the day. Going straight to hell, can't escape the heat. Rob's a force of nature, they'll feel the defeat. Turn actions to lessons, the real truth ignite. In the end, it's hard work that's gonna feel right. So let 'em run, let 'em sweat and toil. From the ashes of lies, true grit will foil. Joe. In a world where we rise, challenge the grind. Step into the fray, leave the past behind. Training and AI, we're ready to deploy. With the Roosevelt core, let's ignite the joy. Join the fight, take a stand. Unified, we grow, together we expand. Join the Regency challenge, let's make our mark. Together we'll fight, we'll ignite the spark. In the Roosevelt cards, hand in hand we'll strive. Together we'll win, keep the dream alive. Advanced in our fields, ready to lead. In all 32 divisions, we plant the seed. As initiates, we climb, rank after rank. Business ventures await, let's fill up the tank. 5 years of commitment, a path so bright. Citizenship, and we'll shine our light. Join the Regency challenge, let's make our mark. Together we'll fight, we'll ignite the spark. In the room of cards, hand in hand we'll strive. Together we'll win, keep the dream alive. So resist today, don't hesitate. Join the legacy, let's create our fire.
Daniel, could you prepare 4 of those for me? Thank you.
In the game, we break the the chains, no more silly plays. The rolling to crypto bank, ready to blaze new ways. Attaching to umber, the hybrid dreams on the rise. We're poised to take over, watch as the world cries. Cop in the fireball, he's got that pedigree. Crypto waves, we surf to the top. No Shark Tank meter, we can't be stopped. Together we rise, banking on the new Laurentian dreams. Yeah, we're coming for you. Collinson's wisdom, streets taught him to fight. From homeless nights to crypto shining light. We paved the way, the struggle made us tough. We're building empires, never backing off.
Yep, I hear that.
Harvard bred, we break through the haze. Crypto waves, we surf to the top. No Shark Tank needed, we can't be stopped. Together we rise, banking on the new Laurentian dreams. Yeah, we're coming for you. So watch the flow, we're here to claim our stake. The world is ours, make no mistake. Hacksaw wave and self-return to solve. No short-term thing we can't solve. Just get what we might, making all the rules. Well, let's say please, help me fabric we owe.
Daniel, see the printed toners?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to get them out of their boxes? So, the managing director of the business show in Sydney, he's only 26. He's a Londoner from Essex, right? He was telling me he's autistic and dyslexic, but yet he went to Harvard, so he must be. And he was able to keep up with me on these business ideas, which not a lot of people can. Like I walked through a couple of them with him, and not everyone can keep up with the steps that are involved in coming to evaluation. But he was capable, so which is a good sign. So I walked him through two business models that we could run off of the rails provided by the business show. One was to do with investment property sales. And it was based around an assumption that there's 25,000 visitors to the business show, and that they're all qualified as wealthy. So they'd probably all be qualified as investment property buyers. However, so I went through and I've got different assumption cases. Like we convert 5 of them as investment property sales leads. We convert 10%, 15%, 20%, etc. And then of those ones, how many are interested, at what percentage, and then of those, how many get converted when they get seen by, after being processed by robocalling and or AI texting. Like we get an AI bot to prompt them a month afterwards, like, are you interested in buying investment property? Yes, and they respond via a series of questions over SMS. The robo texter overcomes the objections, fills in their questions, all this sort of stuff intelligently that a call center would do 5 years ago. It can be done now automatically via an AI humanoid persona phone call and an AI humanoid persona SMSer. And then you send out a real person to visit them once they're already qualified as interested, and they're qualified in terms of financial capacity, like they're of working age, they have a certain mortgage value, a certain equity value in their current home, etc., etc., etc. And then I came up with the figures for the average value of an investment property sale at the Gold Coast at the moment, which is between $720,000 and $775,000, and the average commission on a sale of investment property is about 7%, but I used 6% for the modelling. And I went through different cases of maybe 1/3 of them get converted when they're visited by the salesperson, which is wildly low. You show them 3 properties, how it benefits their tax, how to put them into a family trust structure so they can't lose money, even if the mortgage goes underwater, like the valuation goes down or something, which doesn't really happen in Australian property. And anyway, in the low case, we come up with $38,750,000 worth of sales per annum at 6% net margin, which is very, very low, considering we're doing everything automated. But that yields $4 million a year in annual profit. And then you say the business is worth 6 times that, say, which again is a very low multiple for a tech-driven company. But that computes to a valuation of $24 million that can be generated just off of a fairly simple, not rocket science business. That it would take a medium competent manager, you pay him 120 grand, and a couple of programmers, 6 months, and a couple of sales agents. Like, there's not really much capital that you've got to put at risk to get the model up, and you get $24 million at the low case, like very conservative assumption set. And by the time you move to sort of like medium to somewhat aggressive assumptions set, you end up with a valuation of $270 million. And anyway, then rolling it out so that you're not only selling investment properties, but you're doing AI home upgrades, like an installation pack that involves smart technology like computer, what is the weather like in Toowoomba?
Right now in East Toowoomba, it's 15 degrees
Like
Celsius.
putting that all through the house, intelligent light
Today's
bulbs,
forecast
etc.,
is also
etc.
sunny, with
Then
a
an
high of
AI
29
system
degrees and a low of
that
11
is
degrees.
recording everything in 4K plus audio that happens in the house, that automatically transcribes and makes summaries for you, that gives you day planners, tips for your, your optimization of your morning, your optimization of your health, tracks your fitness, tracks your contacts, tracks everything.
Linking with your smart products, your shopping list.
Yeah, like so I've come up with a product called Concierge X
Yeah.
that we then run off the rails of the investment property sales, and then we pivot that to hotel rooms and sell it as an annual service.
Yeah.
And there's a certain installation cost per hotel room, and so on and so forth. Anyway, it comes up with a and then we roll it out globally using the business show's international presence as our rails. And we come up with a valuation of between, like over 10 years, and growing at compound, over 10 years, it computes to a valuation of between $15 billion and $25 billion, the business. And it's not rocket science. And this young gent at the business show would be capable of running it. But I proposed to him that he deserved a gift for introducing me to the business show and sticking with me and picking Neo Roosevelt Group as a company to highlight and showcase at the show, because we really don't deserve it. We've only been around since November, and we're going to get. He's introducing me to the keynote speaker this week,
Nice.
and the keynote speaker sets the tone for the whole show. And I'm going to see if the keynote speaker will even reference Neo Roosevelt Group in his speech, because what we're going to do is reveal to the world a technological innovation, a platform that we're hoping to get funded called Dddmc. The Toowoomba Hybrid Exchange.
Okay.
The Toowoomba Hybrid Exchange is a concept for a stock exchange, like the Australian Stock Exchange, except it runs on crypto rails, so it has crypto functionality. So your deposits go through instantly instead of being cleared by a bank.
Okay.
Your transactions, instead of settling on the transaction day plus 2, like if we want to do a trade right now, the ASX isn't open to start with. Then they've got T plus 2 settlement. So if you wanted money now or soon and you sold your Commonwealth Bank shares now, so you had to liquidate them because you had a family emergency, you wouldn't get that money until Wednesday. And with the Toowoomba Hybrid Exchange, you'd be trading 365, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and cash withdrawals within an hour of trade.
So the same way crypto works.
Yeah, same way crypto works. Money into your bank account. So that's the functionality gain. We would trade on commissions of 0.5% rather than 0.8% with the ASX.
Would the AXX come gunning for you?
They would try and get the regulators up us, but the regulators have to accept innovation. And we would do what no cryptocurrency exchange in the world has done. We would make it possible for the receipt of business dividends from regular businesses that choose to list their securities, their equity, as crypto tokens. Now, how this would function is we would partner with Computershare, which is the Australia's biggest share registry. A share registry tracks who owns what shares, and people with their you can't. There's technical reasons that explain it, but you can't natively receive a dividend on top of a crypto wallet address. You can't just the wallets. You can't work out who owns what and allocate a dividend that tops it up with more crypto. But I've worked out a way that if Computershare had with dividends, how they work is you've got to own the shares at dividend close date and time. So there's a certain date and time where if you own the shares, you get a dividend. If you don't, then you don't get the dividend, and then they go post-dividend. So when the clock ticks over, tick to that 1 minute an hour on that one day,
Yep.
you get the dividend. And if you own the stocks that moment, you get the dividend. If you own the stock, if you buy the stock the second after, you don't own the dividend. So ComputerShare would set up a page for people who want dividends to deposit their cryptos into with a return address. So all you have to do is you deposit your cryptos into ComputerShare's custody before dividend receiving time, and the second dividends are paid. You nominate a return address to receive your crypto back. And on this page you nominate a bank account.
Yeah.
Now, if you nominate your own bank account, then the ATO can potentially track your ownership, because they can work out that you got a dividend. It was from this share of this company. They can deduce how many shares you own, and then they can use that to work out if you've got shares 1 year, you've got shares the next year, and then you don't have shares. You've obviously sold your shares, and they can deduce from when you bought them roughly to when you sell them roughly your likely capital gains, and they can come after you. The optionality function available through the Toowoomba Hybrid Exchange platform will be to receive anonymous dividends or receive no dividends. If you want to remain anonymous, how you remain anonymous is you nominate a charity's bank account, and we'll create functionality for St. Vincent de Paul's, but no other charities. The other charities can figure it out themselves. For St. Vincent de Paul, for people who want to receive some elements of their dividend but want to remain anonymous, they can nominate St. Vincent de Paul's bank account, receive the dividends into that bank account, then years later down the track, with the transaction history recorded on the blockchain, they can prove that it was them that created that tax-deductible donation and request a receipt for it retrospectively, and then use that receipt as a tax credit. So you can save up your tax credits for years,
That's brilliant.
until you're on your deathbed, and then you regenerate them and claim that against your estate.
Do you have 3 to 7 years to use a tax credit, or is that different?
We'll come up with a loophole.
Brilliant.
Like St. Benny's would have no problem refreshing the freshness of the donation.
That's good.
Because to refresh a donation, it's just like refreshing a loan balance. You just redeclare you add some interest, you recycle it, and the loan's fresh again. The debt is how old? It's however old since it was refreshed. So the donations, it would simply be a matter of St. Benny's refunding them and receiving it back, and with the refund bouncing or something like that. Well, you wouldn't get your full dividend while remaining anonymous, but you get 48.5% of it if you're on the top tax bracket, or 25% if you manage your tax efficiently and you're only on the company tax bracket.
That's good.
So anyway, we'll create a standardized platform, a standardized package, of software and document templates for any business to tokenize their equity and list their securities on the exchange. So if you're a business, to list on the exchange, you need a Bitcoin type protocol for the coins that your equity will trade using and circulate using. The coins need to be mined. They need to be able to be sent direct from person to person. They need to be able to be transferred to exchange and traded and transferred back off of exchange. And they need to be, when they're off exchange, they need to be recognised as a market commodity and made available for conversion to other coins, so that they have liquidity. Right, so
Okay, that's a good idea.
the software package would consist of a coin protocol, a default wallet that's able to be installed on iOS devices and Android devices, a wallet thing, an application to the exchange for the listing of the token securities, and a ICO or initial coin offering package, offering some percentage of the equity in the company up to the public for purchase. Because prior to listing, there has to be an offer of, so someone other than the company owner has to own the shares, if you know what I mean. So the offer document would nominate a listing date, like sometime into the future. Then it would have two ways you can price your offer. One is a fixed price. So Daniel Support Services Proprietary Limited is offering up 20% of its equity at $1 per share, equating to and 5 million shares, equating to $5 million, valuing the company at $10 million. $25 million in total, pre money. Then, if you nominate that fixed price on a date, just like on Shark Tank, where if the company or the people don't raise the total amount that they're asking for, the money gets sent back to the subscribers who have contributed. So they're held in escrow by a company. We'd make another company like Crypto Escrow Services Proprietary Limited. Separate from the exchange, separate from Computershare. That's just a trusted intermediary party. Then the other way that they could price their shares is what's called a book build. A book build is a rather complicated financial product, or concept, but essentially a book build is kind of what it results in is an approximation of market price. Okay. So it's a process used by an underwriter to take bids for share allocations at certain prices by different parties interested in buying the shares, and he builds his book of buyers with a price that's determined by the cumulative buy, demand, and pricing, and it's kind of like a weighted average of the number of shares bid for at what price. And then the what it's supposed to do is create a purchase price for investors that approximates the price that they're going to trade at once they're listed on a free and trading freely on market. But if you nominate book builds, there's no chance of you receiving. There's more limited chance of failure. The only way it fails is if the total number of shares you're bidding to sell doesn't get demanded for by the market. So you're selling 5 million shares at whatever price the book build determines. The only way that doesn't work is if only 2 million shares are bid for. So anyway, that gives you a much higher chance of being able to offload the 20% of Daniel Support Services Proprietary Limited that you're seeking to offload. But so what happens once they start trading on market? You've got then real world market indicated pricing of the equity in your business. What does that mean? That means you can put an accurate value on your business if it was sold out completely to a third party independent buyer. Now, the ability of small and medium sized and large businesses to get accurate pricing data on the value of their business is enormous. Banks at the moment, they have a lot of trouble lending to businesses. They will lend to a business, but that they don't really like lending against accounting records. They're like security, and a business is a set of accounting records, and it's not worth anything more than its future trading profitability. It's not a market asset. Whereas a building is a market asset because you can look at the property prices that it last sold at, the property prices of the neighbouring or adjoining properties and approximate its value, and you've got an appraiser, like a professional services provider, who will go out and give a professional opinion as to the valuation's accuracy. If there were market pricing, then banks would be freed up and capable of lending against the securities in the business. Like you could pledge the equity in your company as collateral to loan against. Furthermore, things like venture capital industry, where venture capitalists take the risk of buying an illiquid security, being equity in a small or medium-sized company or a large company, in exchange for a prediction of future profitability and an expectation of an exit pathway at some point in the future. Suddenly, businesses will be able to raise capital by issuing tokens on market at market pricing, and not need to go to a venture capitalist. The only remaining role for venture capitalists would be they have specialist knowledge in pricing of businesses and future profitability that market income, like that your regular layperson market trader doesn't necessarily have that specialist knowledge. So that would crack open the whole VC industry. Like venture capital returns average 27%. That's a very high return relative to what the bank pays in interest, right? So that would crack open the whole venture capital market for regular mum and dad investors. So there's greater profit potential for Joe Citizen investors. That's a huge win. There's greater access to capital via businesses, small and large and all sorts of varieties, which again, greater access to capital means more innovation, more funding, more potential for Toowoomba businesses, be it the Toowoomba hybrid exchange, and then business owners have greater liquidity, being an ability to sell their shares in themselves or unload their family company if they want to sell, or part of the company. And having liquidity, take the Wagner family, for instance. They're Toowoomba's richest family. You'd have heard of the Wagners. They've got $1.1 billion in assets, other than their listed securities in the cement company, which is listed on the stock exchange. But their asset portfolio is very capital heavy. Then the Wagner Entertainment Precinct, some industrial concerns, and Wellcamp International Airport. Wellcamp, while it's all good and well to place a value of $500 billion on it, is it really worth that much money? It doesn't get a lot of flights. It's very capable in terms of it can land Boeing 787 Dreamliners and Airbus A380s, but one thing's for certain: the Wagners aren't free to access the capital in that asset and reinvest it in young businesses in the Toowoomba economy at high returns, and that's bad for the economy here. And it's bad for the Wagners. So when the Toowoomba Hybrid Exchange is up and running, we expect the Wagners to list their assets, part with some proportion of their assets, say a token 10 or 20%, because you have to put some stock equity out there in the public's hands in order to see what the public trades it at. You have to shave off a bit to test it, like if you're taking a sample of something, you know what I mean, like for a scientific test. You have to shave a little bit of it off. Like to test an ecstasy pill as to whether it's actually got ecstasy in it or it's just speed. You have to shave a bit of the pill off and then drop some chemicals on it. Like it's called the Daniel's reagent kit, I think. Believe it or not.
I think so,
I know Simon's reagent kit.
Actually.
But did you know about that one, did you?
It was from kid who died, Melbourne or something.
Yeah, they take your PMA instead of ecstasy. Yeah, but anyway,
Simon, yeah.
the the sale of even 10% of the Wagner's asset portfolio, $110 million, if they put that up as funding for venture capital in Toowoomba,
Yeah.
$110 million of extra capital in the economy would be wonderful.
Yeah.
I estimate that Toowoomba wide, the Wagners plus the 600 members of the Toowoomba Chamber of Commerce, if we ever enlisted 20% of their capital, there'd be $580 million unlocked and made available for investment. That's a fairly large venture capital fund,
Yeah.
given the average venture capital funding round in Australia is $2 to $3 million. So that's 200 businesses financed in Toowoomba, which would be great. Toowoomba Chamber of Commerce only has 600.
Yeah.
That's a 1/3 boost in the number of big businesses, or big enough businesses to be organised, like given legs or given legs and a set of test wings and made capable of testing of whether it can fly or not.
Yeah.
And there'd be $2.2 billion worth of asset value being business share, like ownership in family companies that suddenly becomes liquid assets. Now, when something's liquid, it's worth more than when something's not liquid. So the uplift in value to the businesses in the Toowoomba economy will be expected to be they're worth at least 10% more now they're liquid.
Yep.
Rather than, like, if you buy a private business, you can go to, like, Link Brokers is the largest business trading, private business trading company in Australia. They've got Australasia, sorry. They've got hundreds of businesses that are for sale. Like, the recent one was the Coffee Club Toowoomba, down on Margaret Street. I nearly bought that one for Kate last year.
Yeah.
But when you buy a private business, you buy it based on the profitability and the expectation that once you bought it, you probably can't sell it.
Yeah.
You'd be in the same position as the poor person that's trying to sell the business.
Yeah.
Like, they sell for multiples of, like, basically 4 times their earnings because they're illiquid assets. But if they were liquid assets, they would trade at higher market prices. So anyway, we take $2.2 billion worth of business value and uplift it maybe by as much as 30%, or at least 20% because it becomes liquid. That's a $400 million gain to the Toowoomba economy. Short term, I estimate $5 billion worth, like long term, based on the whole value of businesses in the Toowoomba. The Toowoomba economy is worth $20-odd billion per annum in gross national GDP, basically, like gross domestic product in the Toowoomba. Like all economic activity, retail sales and business to business sales in the Toowoomba economy computes to about $20 billion. The uplift potential from these initiatives is as much as $5 billion. We can make Toowoomba 25% wealthier in terms of per capita income, and we can make it maybe 10% wealthier in terms of net assets per household, or net assets per capita. These are huge gains, and I'm going to unlock all of them within 6 months of presenting at the business show. But they're going to be announced at the business show. Now, this Toowoomba Hybrid Exchange, not only will it make available for trade equities in businesses, as well as cryptocurrencies, just regular cryptocurrency trading, but it'll also have a functionality for agricultural products, a futures market. Again, futures markets are where you sell your agricultural produce forward, and you get price stability or price guarantee, like pricing certainty. Say you're a grazier and you want to sell, and you're planning to sell 20% of your stock, your livestock, at the end of December. but you don't know what you're going to get in terms of dollars per head when it comes to December, because who knows what prices are going to be come December.
Yeah.
With the futures market, you can sell forward 500 head of cattle at for December delivery and get that $2,000 per head paid now.
Yeah.
Again, the futures markets are kind of illiquid, and there's limited buyers. They're big players, and they're professional speculators, and they have the upper hand over farmers who are small and fragmented.
Yeah.
Putting it out there on an open exchange gives regular mum and dads the capacity to come in and enjoy the same profitabilities that big trading houses
They just
gain.
have to wriggle loose from their contracts with Woolies, Coles, subsidiaries, Halls, all of it.
Yeah, for the sellers of milk and so on.
If they can get out of that.
Yeah. Well, this gets them out of that, and again, it's a huge unlock. And with the exchange being crypto based, it's not just Toowoomba where it can accept activity from.
Yeah.
Like for the physical activity, like heads of cattle and grains of and tons of wheat, grain, these sort of things you'd set up satellite exchanges for in foreign markets. Like you'd set one up in Europe, maybe in Frankfurt, or I don't know whether the major either Paris or Frankfurt, or maybe Berlin. I don't know, but London would be the natural place for the British markets, and there'd be some regional. It'd probably be New York or Chicago for the to cover North America.
Yeah.
And New Zealand would be fairly straightforward. That'd be Auckland.
Yeah.
So satellite exchanges in those countries, dealing in those currencies with those banks over there, with their native agricultural products like heads of cattle and tons of wheat or cotton or grain. Then for the business equities, there's no reason why any business from anywhere around the world can't trade on the X and use that same document package. Like we wouldn't even need to set up satellite exchanges. We just need to establish relationships with foreign banks. So the X could uplift the price of businesses globally via these unlocks and make more prosperity for the entire capitalist world.
Yeah. Very much good.
Like, what's my business worth is a problem that has plagued the finance industry forever, and I've got the solution.
Yeah.
Do you realise how huge that is?
It's massive. Yeah. Especially the more you open up to the little man, the little business. The better it is for everyone. We've seen it with Uber. We've seen it with.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the little business that's not going anywhere doesn't have much of a future.
Yeah.
Like a one-man bakery, the baker might be really good, but if he doesn't have it's like there's not going to be all that much trade in the securities of a business that's not worth $300,000.
Yeah.
It's just a fact of life.
Yeah.
But what the X will do is it'll unlock capital, and the most efficient players will take over the smaller players, guaranteed.
Oh yeah. They'll have a shared interest as well. That's not a bad thing.
What do you mean?
Say a medium-sized player is able to have some liquidity in their business,
Yeah.
and it might be a multinational that's taken that 20%,
Yeah, true.
and they've got a shared interest. And
Yeah.
that benefits everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's good.
And yeah, I suppose even for smaller businesses that get taken out or control gets taken out,
Yeah.
they suddenly become subordinate to a larger concern, but that larger concern exposes them to operational efficiencies such as shared admin centres, group buying, or discount group buying inventory acquisitions. Yeah. I'm quietly impressed with myself about solving that one.
That's brilliant. I've got to take your reporting.
Yeah.
Run into the police station.
But I'll wheel myself in when I get the wheelchair.
Is there one coming?
Yeah, it was supposed to be picked up last night with my credit card from Kate's place at the Met.
Oh yeah.
She's staying at the Met. She stole my credit card. She used it at 7-Eleven while I was asleep. And she admitted to it over text.
Oh.
When I prompted her.
Yeah.
Well, I told her what revenue share she was going to get from the sale of the prints.
Yeah.
And that I told her I'd lend her $1,000 a week if she delivered one original per week as collateral, and she had 3 months to repay before default would see me own it.
Yeah.
And the originals are worth a lot more than $1,000, but that's all I'm prepared to loan against an original, because I don't have a lot of money to start with.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT, the valuation it gave to a non-institution gallery-backed piece of those, it said there was, even though they're strikingly original and very highly creative, they're only worth between 500 and 2,000 each.
Yeah.
So at the lower end of that range is $1,000. That's where I came up with that price point.
Yeah.
That's the fairest offer I can do. That's the best and fairest I could offer without exploiting her.
Yeah. Do you ever bounce off Grok?
Yeah, I bounced my stuff through ChatGPT onto Grok,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I don't know. I just ChatGPT can be a bit of a yes man.
yeah,
By itself, and yeah, no, that's good.
yeah. I operate as a paired partnership combo a human AI duo. So I've got myself as the human. I've got two AIs that I feed through. One's Grok, one's ChatGPT, and ChatGPT processes prompts better than Grok does, and it does the voice thing better. But it's not as accurate when you get to final analysis, and it's not as verbose either. Grok will give you a lot more references, a lot better response, and a lot more refined. So you take what the output you get from ChatGPT, and then you feed it into Grok, and you ask it to refine and analyze, and Grok then gives you a more expanded version. I don't always bother going to Grok because I don't need the extra detail.
breaking boundaries, making waves. Laurentian crypto bank, got that cash to save.
Forget the Shark Tank, we're taking that flight. With gas in hand, we're ready and bright. Yeah.
So all these empty, are they?
Yeah, they have to be replaced in the same sequence
Same order.
by the same colour that you're pulling them out. But just get them out of the boxes for now. Will be fine.
Out at the moment. There is just, I didn't get this one out because it's another black toner,
Yeah.
but I've got one of each out there. And Kate's already got the cyan out.
Oh shit, these alarms didn't go off to call the tax office. There,
Welcome to the Australian Taxation Office Business Info Line. We've introduced a highly secure and faster way to access your information. Your call will be recorded to improve our services and to create your unique voice print, which may be used to verify your identity. To hear information about the collection of personal information, including your tax file number, press 1.
What's on the
So I can identify you, please say after me, in Australia, my voice identifies me. I didn't quite get that. Please say after me, in Australia, my voice identifies me.
In Australia, my voice identifies me.
Please enter your personal tax file number or Australian business number